My NBA topic and my issue, and I think it will be until we.
He said issue.
It's been my issue. My issue has been. So for those who don't know, open season is coming in Wisconsin soon. So it's about like a week or so from now.
What you mean open season?
Like deer hunting and things like that.
Hunting.
Okay. Hunting season.
They started a little bit early on the Bucks because these motherfucking point guards been teeing off on our shit, dog. Like these guards have been going crazy.
Here we go. We got Tim back now.
On us. Since the season started, it's been 6 games. So 6 games, I'm like, all right, I'm gonna chill. But before the season even started, we were talking about defensive liabilities and who or what might put up what. Then we had the first game. Oh, hell, I ain't even seen that shit yet. Hold on. We'll get there.
Oh, Eric pulling up stats for the man.
I pulled up a stat and then he pulled. So then, first game, I would think I was in our group. Not this group, but we have another group chat. And I was like, I don't like how Cats is wide open, and I don't like how Cats is getting in the paint. Mm-hmm. And then we have a couple games go by. We slowly fixing our paint issue. We figuring things out. I get you. You know, we have to make some different, players had to fuss at coaches. I get it. I get it. We had to make some changes. Mm-hmm. You can't come change every damn thing, bro. Just, relax. I get it. I like, but damn, some just ain't right. Like, all the guards can't average under 30 points against us for some reason. Every guard that we played, damn near hadn't put up 30 points. So Maxey had 31. Hero had 35.
Damn, heroes.
Brunson had 45.
It's Brunson.
Cam Thomas had 45.
Hey, man.
So when I did my math earlier, it looked like they averaged 33 points a game.
The 4 of them?
Not them 4, just for the 6 games. I put all the guards from the 6 games.
I got you.
Trae Young and I don't know.
Because I put Murray. Murray had 45.
I was like, Murray had more than Trae in that game.
So, you're 45 from Cam, 45 from Murray, 31 from Maxey. We got 35 from Hero. These 6 games in, they can't get under 30. What we gonna do about that? Because that is a problem. Wait, we haven't even got to the fireworks yet. You have the Bridges and Cam Thomas, sure. Maxey was unexpected. We weren't expecting him to go off on us like that.
Oh wait, DeJounte had 15 against the Bucks.
Damn,
wait, no, that was October.
Yeah,
that was the most recent one.
Okay. Yeah,
because that's what he had. Maybe I'm thinking. No, Trae Young. I'm sorry. Trae had 20. That was the lowest one, I believe.
And that was a bounce back because he started the season off.
That was the lowest, I believe, of all the guards. But again, when I did the numbers,
yeah, that's the right one.
He brought it down because they was averaging 33. My problem here is we have not even gotten to the freaking the De'Aaron Foxes.
I mean, Schroeder had 24.
We haven't gotten to the De'Aaron Foxes. We ain't got to the Stephs. We ain't got to the.
I like Fox, but why did you start with Fox?
I'm just stating because he's a problem at the guard spot.
No, I feel you. I fuck with him.
I'm just saying. He was the first name on the Hey, I said him in the game and he's in there too. He was already there. And then Steph went number 2. But yeah, we haven't gotten to the guys that are serious fireworks at the guard position. And we're getting smoked currently. My fear and my gripe, because y'all know I love defense.
Yes,
is the fact that we don't see none.
He loves the D.
At the top of the damn key.
No perimeter defender.
On the corners. Because every game it's at least 10 niggas wide open. In the corner.
Yeah, it's only 5 players on the court.
This may be
15 hit the court at one time. 10 of the 15 on their squad is wide open at some point in the game. Because we leave everybody open.
Oh,
everybody has a free shot.
I will say this.
Oh, that's funny.
It's frustrating.
It is, because we're used to the Bucks being a top 5 at bare minimum, top 10 defense under Bud, and right now we're in the bottom third of the league. It is a big switch and change for us. We are not used to seeing that.
Going from 80 degrees to 20.
What you guys have been watching? So what do you feel like the issue is?
Wait, I haven't been watching.
Oh, shoot!
Oh.
Because
let them have it.
Goddamn Valley Sports app
Let them have it.
doesn't fucking work.
I'm saying, fam.
I missed 2 games last week because the goddamn app doesn't work.
That's funny.
Did they credit my account? No.
Damn.
You know they ain't gonna credit you.
I'm paying $20 a month.
They gonna say
watch my basketball.
User error. Well, that's why it ain't working.
Hey, you ain't pressed the right button.
They say that's how we use.
Usually I feel bad for the social media rep that has to listen, go through the mentions or whatever. But it's like, no, y'all deserve it because What the fuck?
That's funny.
I've been seeing a lot of this ain't working, bro. What's up?
I was trying to get my mother-in-law to watch the game because she looks forward to the Bucks. Like, that's her thing. And I couldn't get her to watch the game, and I felt terrible because I know how much she loves the Bucks. And I said, dang, my mother-in-law feeling this sad. I can imagine how other Bucks fans around the world.
The cable channel worked fine.
I do.
Yeah, hell yeah.
I was in there like...
because of that. I was like, your friend is actually enjoying basketball.
Oh, she told me she was going to watch this year.
But she's been in...
But sorry, I derailed the conversation.
No, that's funny.
What have we noticed from the Bucks? Why is they having?
Yeah, what do you guys see that the issue is on defense?
It can be boiled down to a couple of things really quickly. We won't belabor the point here, but
I will.
I got one. I got 1 point to make. Just
speak for yourself.
It's one. It's personnel, like Eric was saying, and Adrian Griffin was trying to put people in places where they weren't most effective. He was seeing how things worked out. For example, he was having Brook Lopez play a more aggressive trapping style of defense, but he's slow. He's better by the basket. It was just exposing too much behind them because
trying to tell him it's okay.
the Bucks shut up. The Bucks actually weren't allowing that many shots at the rim still. It's just that every shot they did allow was like wide open, so people were shooting like 80% at the rim against the Bucks because it was just all out of whack. You saw against the Knicks, they switched back into drop coverage, which is what the Bucks ran last year with Bud at the helm. Unfortunately, they went back to drop coverage against a team that can exploit drop coverage.
45!
Because Jalen Brunson is a mid-range maestro, and the beat the drop, you have to be nifty in the mid-range, and Jalen Brunson can do that against the Nets. Not going to work as much because Cam Thomas, Mikal Bridges, even Lonnie Walker was able to use their speed to get into the mid-range and be effective. So what you've seen over the last 2 games in particular is that the Bucks defense has been kind of adjusting back to playing drop with Brook out there.
Eric had to look too. Kinda.
And they've gone back to playing drop with Brook out there, and then you saw against the Nets, they're still throwing out different coverages. So zones, switching defenses. They're really just trying to see what work. And Giannis actually had a quote. I read it on Locked On Bucks earlier. I'm not going to read the whole thing. But he was saying pretty much like, they asked him, what's the identity of this team? He says, we already know it. We just have to figure out what works right now. He's like, so it's a lot of different combinations happening. We know Brook is good in the drop. We know we can switch. We know we can do a lot of different things, but we have to figure out what personnel works best in each of these different scenarios. So that's part of why the Bucks have been getting lit up. The other part is because we don't have Drew Holiday, and they've been rolling out a Damian Lillard, Malik Beasley backcourt, which is no defense. And when they said that they was going to have...
It's fun to watch, though.
For who? Really? For who?
I've been enjoying it.
The offense ain't even been there to say Beasley should be out there still. So that's been a big part.
Beasley gets hot towards the end of the season.
He can get hot off the bench.
Oh hell no! The what?
He got smoking hot towards the end of the season for us every
And
time.
then what happened in the playoffs?
He couldn't play because he ain't got no defense.
Hey, bro.
And he also doesn't shoot.
Hey, bro.
Damn.
Hey, don't leave him open. I'll say that.
Shit, they have been.
Oh, he said, oh, well.
My man's 3 for 7.
I don't tell you. I don't tell you.
Meanwhile, Jay Crowder coming out there knocking everything
Jay
down.
look good.
Oh, that's what's
Jay
up.
look good.
That's good.
Yeah, so I don't know if I said it on the podcast when he got hired or if that was just like in real life or IRL.
In real
life.
Not
you
the
say.
abbreviation.
Um,
Not the use.
But like, I wasn't overly
He was born in the
impressed.
1900s.
Yeah.
Relax. I wasn't overly impressed after the initial press conference with Adrian Griffin. So like, I've kind of been on the more pessimistic side
Yes, he has.
pretty much all summer.
Damn near Jason Tatum.
And we know how Eric hates Jason Tatum.
Hey,
I don't hate Jason Tatum.
Oh, man.
He is overrated, but I don't hate Jason Tatum.
That boy was good.
So like, it's kind of been I've been watching with a more critical eye. Like, for me, it's always like Bud came in, immediately had his identity down, knew exactly what he wanted to do, installed the system. Like, you could, like, even if it didn't work right away, which it did, but if it hadn't, like, you could at least see like what he was trying to do. Like, he still had the personnel left over from the previous regime. Like, you still had John Henson, you still had Deli, you still had Thon Maker, whatever. But like, everybody was like, yo, here are your spots on the floor. We're going to shoot a lot of threes. We're going to get up and down. Our defense is going to be super conservative. This is what we're trying to do. Everything is in service of let's get better at doing these things. What I haven't seen from Adrian Griffin is the outline of what he's trying to do. He's talked a lot about we want to be more aggressive. But I don't want to come in and radically change what they've done because this has been a successful team, blah, blah, blah. Preseason, first couple games of the season, it seemed like he just threw out everything that they did previously and is trying to reinvent the wheel. And it's like, I could understand if that was the case with Drew Holiday because you know that there's proof of concept there. You know exactly what this team can do, what they can't do. Mm-hmm. You know that you can always go back to drop if you need to because they've mastered that. Like this team knows exactly what their that hypothetical team would have known exactly what they could and couldn't do, and like you had a little bit more room to kind of like play around a little bit, experiment, try different things. This team doesn't have that defensive baseline because it's so much new personnel and it's so radically different defensively going from Drew Holiday to Damian Lillard. So, like, I think you still need to, like, with Brook Lopez, your best defense is going to be a drop regardless. Like, it doesn't matter who they're playing against. It doesn't matter the time, situation. Brook in a drop is your best option with Brook on the court. So, like, trying to do all the aggressive bullshit, like, out the gate, it's like, bro, like, get your base down first before you try to, like, you can't go from, you know, algebra to trigonometry automatically. Like, you got to build on the steps. And it's like, there's no, like, again, like, I don't see what the plan is. I don't see what you're trying to do. So I can't really get with it.
You're trying to do everything, Eric.
You can't do everything.
Just figuring it out.
Figure out what the fuck you.
Just figuring it out.
I mean, he knew it.
You know exactly.
He ain't sure it.
Everybody and they mama know Dame Lillard, Malik Beasley as your perimeter defenders.
It's turnstile.
It's not gonna work.
I see Shells in the
Dame ain't
comment.
here to play no defense.
Shells in the comment said can't play Lillard with another guard that can't defend.
We
Absolutely
have
agree with
9
that.
years of the Blazers playing with Damian Lillard as, again, proof of concept. Like, you know that shit don't work. So why the hell would you take the most CJ McCollum-y player that you have and stick him next to Damian Lillard? Like, that doesn't make any sense. And on offense, everybody and their mama, when you made the trade, was like, Dame Giannis pick and roll. That shit is going to be devastating. I don't think I've seen, in the games that I was able to watch, I don't think I've seen Giannis set a clean screen once.
Can I just stop your rant for one moment to say that is one Giannis has to be a better screener.
Which I'm not pinning down Adrian Griffin because like
That's
they'll
all.
run like something where Giannis comes up to set the screen and he either slips or he kind of like just stands there.
Half stand and he slides
And
away.
then when he does kind of set a screen where you know like the action is engaged, he doesn't roll. He like half rolls or he'll like
He sets up like Joker.
meander back to the 3-point line. Like there's no zip, there's no execution. It's just kind of like I'm gonna just stand here and then we gonna kind of figure it out.
That Dame Chris pick and roll looked pretty good, and in the limited times we saw that. Chris can run pick and roll, I tell you that.
It's just, again, like I came in pessimistic, so like I'm trying to
He is, y'all.
rein in. I'm trying to give it a little bit more time, but like I haven't seen anything reassuring, save for actually listening to his players because
Yeah, that was good.
Jason Kidd wouldn't have done that.
Nope.
Fuck what y'all talking about.
That's my system.
Jason Kidd, he wouldn't have done it in the first place, and he definitely wouldn't have given the players credit for it. So we're at least better there. But like I haven't seen anything that reassures me that this was the right hire yet. And that's concerning to me because this is such an important season for this team. They're getting older every year. Like, you can't waste a year with a coach learning on the job. And unfortunately, the security blanket that they hired, which would have made me a little bit more comfortable, quit a week before the season. So, and the offense is kind of showing, like,
It's clunky. It's very clunky.
I'm concerned.
Disjointed.
Like, I think that the roster is flawed because, like, they made the trade so late in the offseason. So I think that it's going to, like, they'll make some moves mid-season and they'll kind of hopefully bring in better perimeter defenders that at the very least can not be Malik Beasley. No offense. Like, he's been trying. So, like, I don't want to, like,
effort
dump
is
on
there.
him, but
It's
it's like,
He ain't never.
that's not
That
the
ain't
type
his
of player
thing.
that you need next to him.
He there to get
And, like,
buckets. He ain't whole defense. What, man?
even on Bucks Twitter, like, everyone's like, just start Marjan. It's like, Marjan, like, that feels
Is
like
a
a
better
lot
option.
of, yeah, but, like, that feels like a lot of people projecting, like, what he could be and not what he has been. Like he's
Don't
he's
do my boy.
I'm not. I'm saying he's showing some flashes, but he's not like a lockdown guy at this point. He's not the answer because like they threw him out there on Brunson, he cooked him. Like they throw him out there.
He's not a guard defender.
No.
He was gonna cook him.
He's the best option that they have, really. But
I feel like the more he gets on guys like that, the better he'll become.
I mean, you only get better with reps, and
I'm sure.
So not to belabor the point, because we can move on to the rest of the NBA topics we have, but a couple things for all the pessimism. Let me flip it with some optimism for y'all. One,
I'm always the optimistic one. So like this is
always.
on the Bucks. For the Bucks, have I not been optimistic?
For the most part, yes, and that yes. So to flip that, Eric already pointed out the fact that Adrian Griffin listened to his players, made an adjustment based on what they were seeing. That's a great sign. That collaboration is a great sign. Two, I trust in John Horst. So if as this season continues to move along, he has been able to turn a nickel and a penny into some fantastic swing, some trades and some quarters and some half dollars at times. So I trust that John Horst can take a look at this roster. If things aren't working out the way that they intended, he'll try to make a move before the deadline and check that buyout market. I'll also point out the fact that, excuse me, with this Bucks team, right, they are trying out a lot of different things. And Eric was pointing out the fact that trying too many things, figure out what the F you want to do. But one other side of that is that being able to be flexible and run various schemes is going to come in handy in the playoffs because you can't just continuously run the same defensive coverages all the time. Teams are too good. They'll figure it out. They'll eat that up. So being able to switch between a drop when Brook is out there to a more switch-heavy defense when Giannis is out there to playing a zone with Bobby or with Brook, like those options make some sense there. For this team, if Jay Crowder can continue being who he is, that's also a big swing for him because he was somebody last year where I don't think this is going to even work out. So to see him come back this year, being able to move his feet, that's big for the Bucks. And it's a lot of season left. It is only November, which is the other flip side to that.
Yeah.
If we're having these conversations in February, March, it's a big problem to be had. But while he is learning a new team that he inherited, a new roster, figuring out what guys can do, figuring out the minutes. I mean, we already seen Malik Beasley minutes go down. He only played 14 last night. He started playing, high 30s, high 20s, or low 30s, high 20s. So, he adjusts as the season goes on. So, don't panic yet, Bucks fans, is what I would say. Like, there is still some time to see what this team is going to be. It just looks a little clunky at the moment, but give them some time to figure this out.
I would like for our superstars to stop looking each other off on open shots, too.
They're getting used to each other. This is not 2K.
I get it, but like that second Giannis 3 that I know he hit it. I know he hit that last motherfucker.
Yeah, he shouldn't take.
But he looked off Dame next to him before
he didn't even look off Dame. He was looking at the rim the whole time.
It's just a matter of those shots.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sure in film, and when they review and film that, Dame will be like, "Hey, bro, I was next to you. Like, this is a higher quality shot." So, like, again, Giannis isn't used to playing with Dame. He's not used to having somebody like that next. It's going to take some time. Mm-hmm. And even with Giannis, you see, like, the playmaking, the assist numbers are down. Like, he was so used to being in Bud's system where he knew where everybody was going to be. He knew exactly where every pass was going to go. Now he's figuring out with all this different off-ball motion. Like, he's still figuring things out. So, give them some time.